back to tonight, and half an hour earlier than planned, and with some strong language, Ruby meets Johnny.
John McEnroe?
I wouldn't know.
Where's John McEnroe? Where would you? Where's?
He goes down there.
I gotta find John McEnroe. Does this lead to center court? This leads to center court. Excuse me, just looking for John McEnroe.
It's illegal to go on the grass.
Oh, okay. I'll walk around the grass. Look, a band. There's the hairheads are there. Thank you. Thank you. Michael, did you put on the music for me? Lamber over for you. How much money have you got? Lips for credit card. How much? That'll do nice. Tongue or lips?
You call the price, sweetheart.
Wipe that.
Ruby, how's it going?
Yeah,
I'm going to take a picture, then you come down with me there, okay?
I got my racket. Hi, guys.
Ruby, you thinking of going down the court? Or?
I thought if you could just show me.
Why don't you, like, you know...
Just show me how to do one flash. Side thing.
See that baseline
But I need to know what to do. I don't know how to do this.
It doesn't matter. If you get there alone, it will be like, people will be like, who's this?
All right, so just one tip. Sideways.
Turn your hips. You're good at turning your...
All right,
here you turn your hips.
Here.
Yeah.
And then up.
Up.
And then I grunt loud.
Yeah, grunt really loud.
All right, and it's a side thing.
Look at this, center court in Wimbledon.
So listen, I was thinking I can't really interview you here, you know, that maybe I could come to New York, you know, and talk to you.
Never. Never.
And maybe
You're never coming to New York.
They're not your wife, Patty. Maybe I could do that.
Never. Go kick him out.
No, but I have to, ow, wait, I have to interview John McEnroe. Ow, Michael, tickets for New York.
So here I am, after a bit of a hiccup, jogging in New York with John McEnroe, against all odds.
You know, it's a nice little warm-up.
A sports bra, I think, would be helpful.
Come on, guys. Hey, how you doing? What's up, Brad? Can I go with you guys? No. I live here. Hey, wait. John McEnroe. Oh, holy cow, I knew I recognized you. John McEnroe. Can I go with you?
I love they treat you like a bum until they see you're John McEnroe.
Picture with me, then duck
How
out.
come it's all girls and no guys? They're all over there.
Any other women want to go in?
This is when you know you're famous in America, when you're forced to be paparazzi for somebody else.
More, give me more.
Hey, I got to pick my kids up in 3 hours. Let's go. Come on.
I do this every morning.
I do that, you know, it's part of the obligation of living in New York, you know, to make the tourists feel like, since we've been struggling after 9/11, to make them feel
Like it's a safe
like
place.
it's a great place. It is a great place, and it's and
Yeah, but then they're feeling good and then they're mugged.
And they support us. No, that's not true. We're not going to buy into that.
John McEnroe was the most naturally gifted player who ever lived. Every shot was used as a well-aimed weapon, hitting more angles than had ever been thought of, and faster on his feet than a speeding bullet. But it was his serve that was the most lethal. Arching way back and turning sideways, he used the racket like a knife thrower. Not just physically intimidating, it was his verbal skills at screaming exactly what he thought that won him the title of Super Brat, the Hellraiser of center court. And the price for that honor was 180,000 pounds in fines for bad behavior. But all was forgiven because he stayed #1 in the world for 4 years and won Wimbledon 3 times. To this day, every game is life and death. Oh, I like the guy. He's here with his brother Patrick, who's once number 30 in the world. How do you know when it starts?
So this is the game, right?
This is it. During the point!
I'm quiet now. All right.
Gotta be in. Stop it!
everybody in your family seems to have this deadly serious thing about, like, I gotta win. I mean, is it born, or do you, like, is it whipped into you?
Who can I blame?
Who can you blame?
If I ever felt too happy, I felt like I would sort of lose it.
You lose your edge.
That's sort of the way I was brought up.
In what way? Your dad would say, don't be too happy?
Not be too happy, but just sort of keep the intensity. And I mean, it's sort of the way, if you start kidding around, you're going to lose it. So I'd run the risk of, if I enjoyed it too much, that I wouldn't...
So Christmas time, and you'd open your present, he'd say, get that smile off your face? I don't know how you train a kid to, like, have an edge, because you're not born with it.
The only Christmas present I remember from my parents was when I asked for a train set, and they gave me a plastic one instead of electric one.
And you knew you were ripped off.
And at 7 years old, I tried to take my brother upstairs, he was 4, and tell him there was no Santa Claus.
Because he was a little too happy? Was that what's going on?
That may be it. That may be it.
You
That's
wanted
well
that
said.
smile wiped off
I
your
think
face.
that part of me is destined to be sort of, I don't want to say miserable, but not thrilled.
Somebody's got to take that role.
That's right.
What if you were second best? You know, wouldn't that just
I think
kill you?
second best would be unbelievable if you're second best in the world.
Would you have taken second best?
Oh, yeah. I would have taken second best if that's the best I could have done.
And you would have forgiven yourself?
I probably would have been better off had I not become the best, because once you become the best, you feel like everything else is a failure. If you never actually get to the point where you're on top of the world, you always feel like there's this reason to keep on pushing. Once you get to the top, you start looking over your shoulder and looking down and feel like no matter what I do and how long I do it, eventually it's going to go in the wrong direction. I'm getting old.
Is this harder now?
It's harder now. Less results. But I feel good.
Is there something that you try to imitate, or you know, do you see in each other that you say, oh, well, I'm going to...
Just his temper and stuff?
Yeah, you should have tried that.
I try that.
Yeah.
He didn't
Who's happier now, though, you know?
He wanted me to try that more.
Yeah, he said, come on, get in touch with that rage. You haven't got it. I can see it on your face.
You're serious?
Look at you. You have no wrinkles.
He's mellow.
He's mellow. It was out. That one was out. Your one. John, I didn't mean it. It came from me. It emerged. What did you think? Was I wrong there?
What's going on?
Like it's my fault he's screwing up?
Ruby?
What?
What's going on with that running around, whatever you're doing?
With the what?
That running around.
Are we running too much? Is that why you're...
What's going on? It's like...
Okay, it's distracting? All right, everybody stay really still. Game?
You didn't win any of the first 3 points, did you? Are you kidding me? What?
I'm not lying. It was out.
We got it on tape.
We got it on tape.
Well, let's
You want us to re-roll it?
Second point. Go to the videotape.
Do you guys remember?
Second point on my serve. Second point. Go back. Let's go back to the first point when he served. It's a good thing we have this on tape.
You trust him?
Not necessarily. I hit the forehand return.
John, don't be mad at me. I'm calling what I see.
You hit the backhand back. You hit the
I'm gonna make sure
forehand. Nice stretch for it. Long point. Cross court. Oh, I missed that backhand. Oh, no, wait. Oh, that was the one where she called it out. That's right, okay. That's right.
It's my fault.
That was
it's
in,
my fault.
I offered to play a left.
It wasn't out.
The third
I
point
didn't see.
won.
I'm blinded in my mind.
No.
You know.
And this is John's wife, Patty.
When this is now the poodle is going for a walk, it goes. Don't lick me.
John is going to be humiliated that the poodle. The world knows he has a poodle. There's a nude man over there, by the way.
It's terribly
Can you zoom in on his
important.
penis?
Does he have a penis? Show us your twang!
No, but what I was going to say is when I met John and married John, my mother freaked out.
Because?
It was John McEnroe, you know, and he was like this rich and famous guy, and I actually went for one. You know, if they were rich and famous, I usually ignored them and ran the other way.
Yeah.
But he was so sweet that I didn't. And
Your mommy said, go, baby, go.
She didn't say go, baby, go, but she was so nervous around him. It was really like she got super nervous and couldn't act herself. It was all like, she was totally starstruck, yeah.
Did you get pretty excited when you saw him the first time?
Here was my big play for him. I said, I come to New York a lot, so maybe sometime I'll come and see your gallery, because I knew he had talked about his art gallery, I guess. That was his cue.
He's still trying to get
me down there.
Gallery.
But that was his cue to say, here's my number. But he didn't. You know, so like, I was like, there's no fucking way I'm going down to the gallery then. You know, like, that's never going to happen.
Welcome to my humble, oh no, not abode, gallery.
Could be abode.
Could be a boat.
Could be a boat if things go wrong.
So this is where you're trying to drag Patty?
Not too bad.
No. I thought you said it was a mess.
Well, it is a mess. I just recently purchased a bedroom, and I hope
Patty will join
Patty
you
and
in?
I will join me in. But that, as you can see, it's still
It
in
hasn't
sort of-
happened yet.
It hasn't happened. No, it
There's
hasn't
no
happened.
imprint of it.
No.
So you're hoping that Patty and you could come here to get away from the 87 children.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm hoping. That is what I'm hoping.
You haven't lured her here yet?
Nope.
Let's call her. Let's get her
No,
down.
please, you know, call her.
Look at this babe.
Yeah.
Is this what she looked like when you
Well,
met
this
her?
is what she looked like, you know, when even before I met her, and this is what she looked like when she was about 25 years old. These are quite beautiful pictures,
They're
sort
very
of
beautiful.
very inspirational for me to even
when
want
you're
her to
alone-
get her more. You'll
When
see
you're alone
exactly.
here, you can look at the pictures,
We don't need to
John.
finish that sentence, right?
No, definitely. You got your, you know,
Right.
visual aid.
I personally prefer her to
To
be here
appear.
with me.
He called and said, this is John McEnroe. I'm coming to New York for a few days. Maybe we could get together. And then that's when I said, oh, I'm going to this lesbian party tonight. You know, I was kidding around. It was my girlfriends were gay and they were having a party, but it wasn't a lesbian party. That's not all that was there. But there was that pause for a minute. What exactly does that mean for me?
Wouldn't you
was-
think, like you're a successful tennis star, you can pull babe?
Well, I've been going through a pretty rough patch and sort of down on my confidence in terms of babedom, if you want to call it that. Yeah, it wasn't the high point.
You had the,
But then I also recognized I had this incredible opportunity that I wasn't expecting to have, which was a second chance.
yeah. Boy, did you score.
I feel that way.
So the whole way home, he yelled at me for living in L.A. and that I should be in New York and why was I here, and it was really annoying.
Always
to him.
adorable when they yell at you for that.
And then he came back to the house and we made out, but we didn't.
Oh,
that
is he
was
good
it.
at that?
I don't know. I can't remember. All I know is that, like, you know, it was there. So yeah, I guess he must have been good at it because it, you know, worked. What
Did
I
you
was
get pregnant on the
thinking-
first date?
No.
Oh.
I didn't have sex on the first date like some people I know.
Is that wrong? Is that wrong?
Well,
you
I
might never
waited-
see them again.
I waited to the second date.
Right. Okay. Well, there
you know,
you
I'm
go.
a lady.
She's a lady.
Like, I would have never thought going to that party with him would have wound up where I am now with, you know, the old woman who lives in a shoe. But, you know,
In a rich shoe.
yeah, in a big-ass penthouse shoe.
Out. It was out. Are they not listening to me? Are we making you nervous? Johnny! He's left the arena. John, pull yourself together. What is anger management?
Anger management is...
Is it a real thing?
Yeah. The 10 or 15 people that I've seen over the course of my life, you could probably argue haven't been totally successful. But they're,
Just tell me, is it different
believe it or
than-
not, I'm better than I was.
You go in the office and do they make you like, where's the thing?
I would prefer if they did that, actually. That would probably be more fun. if
Why
I
would
could-
you want to get rid of it, though? It's your charm.
I don't want to get rid of it. I just want to rough the edges. You know, rough, you know, or smooth the edges,
Right.
I should say.
Okay. I mean, did you ever think, why don't I just be funny? 'Cause
All the
it's-
time.
Do you know, I mean, was there a joke ever on your lips?
The first thing I would think would be a joke.
Right.
But I felt like if I said the joke that I would lose my intensity. So I didn't say it. So instead of saying something that, at least at the time, I thought would have been funny, I'd sort of say blank you to whether it's the umpire or someone that yelled something to me in the stands, and it would turn into something where I'd make the situation worse instead of better.
You feel you play better when you're like, when the rage is up?
No, I feel like I play better when I play better.
Yeah.
You know, to play Borg or play Connors, and he's, you know, telling you to, you know, he's giving you a look like if looks could kill, you'd be lying on the floor or ground. That's the part that's when you get, the juices get flowing and you're into it. That's what you want.
You want that gladiatorial thing.
Well, whether it's, I personally do. This is my old rival, Jimmy Connors.
That's a very lovely
You
shot of
see,
him.
That's Jimmy.
You got it right at that
Jimmy
moment.
at his finest.
Yeah. Were you playing him when
That's
he
one
did
of my
that?
personal favorites.
Were you playing him when he got the
No, that was a
cross?
little bit before my time.
Right.
And this one here is when I was sort of, it actually was a great moment because it's at the U.S. Open.
Wow.
And it's
What were you
obviously
doing?
exciting. Well, I was trying to tell anger management. Instead of yelling at the umpire, I was just showing him how far it was out. So, hey, that's not bad.
So it's a kind of, yeah, it's a submissive anger.
It's an anger with hopefully, you know, one of the few rare times where there was a touch of humor.
That's very funny.
Yeah, so see that I didn't always fail.
And if I beg you, will you play guitar for me? Please. We can cut it if it's real bad, okay? Or we'll.
I'll try to play something.
like
I mean,
that.
I like to play something. But
Okay. I'll sing if you want.
Johnny Mac always wanted to be a rock and roller, so he went to Eric Clapton to teach him how to play. He then begged his wife to join her band, and the answer was no.
you're saying.
Excuse me while I kiss the sky. Yeah. I thought you were going to be bad. You've been practicing.
That's not bad, right?
That's not
I've
bad.
been practicing
I'm
for
going
the
to talk
show.
to Patty.
What happened was that he really thought that he was going to have a second career as have a band, and so I had to straighten him out about that.
How did you break the news?
I just said to him, God doesn't do that.
Yeah.
God gives you one really great gift. And I said, and you actually got two because he's such a great commentator. And that's another really great gift. I said, but he's not going to make you Keith Richards.
John, before you work out, I just want to ask you this. Patty told me because you had sex this morning, your tennis wasn't so hot today.
That may be it, yeah.
You did or you didn't?
That may be it. I've just been having too much.
Too much sex.
Actually, there's no such thing.
He says that slowed his game down. It made him weaker. You think that's a lie?
Yeah.
His left
I got to
hand?
use my right.
Okay. That's why Patty's not here. She's flat out.
Of course, whenever you pump some iron, you run into Vanessa Redgrave.
Have a great workout.
I'm doing well. And you?
Do you do this? Do you have to work out for yours? But a different type of exercise.
You look fabulous for 50. I mean, for what are you, 45?
65. I can't believe you asked that. I can't believe you asked. And I can't believe she... No, she's scored 66. I can't believe he asked how old she was. I'd never do that. Do you ever do these guys?
Yeah, I try to do these. This is sort of a hopeless cause for me.
What, you never had a big, strong thing there? Did you want a big, strong thing there?
I wouldn't mind it. That would be nice, but I don't think it's my body type.
But did the girls think, usually it's the football body. Did they respond to you to say,
It's
well,
true
he's got...
that the girls were not impressed by my body.
Even though you had those
Or
great
my inner
legs?
legs.
Are these the strongest legs you've ever worked with?
Oh, no.
Really? Don't tell him that. Come on. Make him feel
telling
good.
that.
Tell him it's the strongest legs. He's the man that's thrown against the wall. Look, he's in agony.
Hold it.
He's not even moving.
4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Yeah.
So who would have stronger legs than a tennis player?
Chefs.
Florist. I can't imagine what this is. Oh. Can I try it? I can't. Not good. It's not good. Don't even speak. Don't even speak.
1. Hips. 2.
The reason why I try to keep myself fit is I feel like that something good will happen in part because I'm fit. Now maybe that's like totally bizarre, but that's what I believe. Quiet!
Come on, I want to see if you can think and run.
No! Jump.
Will there be a moment where your body just goes, yes, this is perfect?
I hope so. I don't think so, but I hope so. Yeah, that would be nice, yeah. I mean, if you can still dream.
Because he says that the
My
third...
goal is to be the George Foreman of tennis. And he won the heavyweight title at 45.
Yeah.
So I've got another year.
There was never a moment where you went, can I get off my own back?
I think that moment came at the end of '84, where I sort of felt like a change would do me good. As it turned out, the change that I chose to take complicated things, and having kids, and going out and eventually marrying a Hollywood actress made it more difficult for me to focus.
It's called the El Dorado,
Diablo.
which means devil,
Yeah.
and that's where John's ex-wife lives.
No, seriously? Tatum
She
lives
just
there?
sold it. Yeah, she just sold it
Isn't
like a
that
month
weird
ago.
to have her looking this way? Do they
and
speak? I guess
They
this
do
is
not
as close-
speak.
this
She
is as
wants
close-
to speak to me. She wants dialogue with me.
And do you have dialogue?
Yes, I do have dialogue with her. Yes, occasionally.
Good dialogue,
Mhm.
bad dialogue?
Good dialogue. She's in a good space right now, and my kids are really happy that she is. And
But you
so,
have her kids. But we won't go there. But you have her
No,
kids.
no, I have her kids, and I've had her kids, and she did thank me and said that I did a good job, which was nice of her.
Despite the fact that the marriage ended in divorce, there were these 3 children involved in sort of like a forced maturity, whether I liked it or not, that unless you were just going to be totally selfish and narcissistic and forget about your kids and not even try, that there's no way it couldn't but help me as a person. To compare the amount of effort that it takes to really truly be a good parent, a good husband or wife, and to be there, than it is to sort of go out and hit a tennis ball. It's way, way harder. I mean, it's not even comparable to compare. And anyone that like pretends that it is full of shit.
He just wanted to knock me up right away. So I was still living in California, and he was here, but it only took 5 months, and I got pregnant. And
Is his thing like, you know, that he needs to populate New York? I mean, what is with the sperm count?
because I wanted him to get a tracheotomy of the balls, whatever that is, you know.
That couldn't
what
be
is it?
right.
You know,
A schnit.
what is it, a
It's
vasectomy?
a vasectomy. Yeah.
So, but you know, he's a guy, and guys are a little wussy about, you know, pain and stuff. And it does seem, though, even though they don't
Well,
really
he could
go
do it
near,
while he's
they
asleep.
don't go near the twig and berries, okay?
Right.
It still feels like it's near the twig and berries, right? So I can understand that, but I said to him, secretly, it's because if I get hit by a truck or something, you want to inseminate somebody else. Like, you're not going to be with someone unless you inseminate them. That's what I think. He is, you know, not a practicing Irish Catholic, but he is an Irish Catholic. Within a year and 4 months, I had 5 kids. He was traveling all the time. She went, like, she crashed and burned when she found out that I was pregnant is what happened.
How do you, when you wake up in the morning and there's like, you know, a million children and they all want something, how do you be selfish?
I've just started to be selfish
good.
again,
It's important
so I
for
figured
you.
it out. I bought an apartment downstairs to get selfish.
Right.
And the way that I got him to buy me the apartment was to say that we could go down there and
The only way to get the guy.
away from, because it's impossible here, you know, with them all, like, you know, and they're literally, why is the door locked? Hey, what's going on in there? You know, that's Anna and
So
Ava.
what floor are you on?
It's like radar.
The nookie floor.
The nookie floor is 4. Hasn't been a whole lot of nookie down there lately.
But
though.
like that's
I've
where
been
you have
keeping
to
the
go.
nookie up here.
Doesn't that ruin the, you know, kind of like thing, you know, like you have to push an elevator. The elevator man must know that, like,
Listen, with
obviously-
6 kids, you can't be spontaneous anyway. So,
Okay.
I mean, it's ruined. You know what I mean? That part is just freaking ruined. It's
But
like,
now.
downstairs, you know? That's foreplay. Okay, the elevator's the foreplay.
We all met at another romantic hideaway for John and Patty, Antonio.
Do that bozo thing again while we're waiting.
I like that look. It's very Dr.
I
Zorn.
need Pablo badly.
I like the bozo look. Have you got any suggestions for John's hair?
Pablo, I never comb my
The
hair.
bald look is in these days.
That's what I think.
Just some off the side, you know.
He said the bald look is in. He didn't say that I was bald. He knows I have a full head of hair still.
Oh, yeah. What about something like you've got? I think that's sexy. You know, where you go really close to the
I like that.
Yeah, that's sexy.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Bye. Take care.
What's your name?
Kenny.
Kenny, nice to meet you. All right,
You hear
take a little lot.
famous
I'll
Ruby
take this
Wax.
back to my
Ruby
daughter.
Wax.
She loves
Wait,
it.
7
Yeah,
seconds.
right.
154
Please
tournaments.
don't,
There you
Kenny.
got it. Take your daughter.
All right.
Put it on her doll.
Yeah, but if you care about me at all, don't take that hair back.
Wait. Whoa, Pablo, let me see what's going on.
Pablo's cut my hair. He made it. You remember you cut my hair before. Pablo's cut my
It's
hair
an
before.
epaulette.
You may not remember.
This looks like rabbit hair. We could make a coat out of it.
It seems like my hair's gotten grayer since we started this interview.
Just make it even, okay?
How much is this haircut?
15.
$15.
What?
You see that?
That's an outrage.
I mean, it should go up. I mean, it's way too long, man.
I like the sideburns.
I don't.
They may come back.
They make him look older, too.
That hurt.
Who dresses him?
That last bit just hurt a little.
Did that hurt him?
No, it just looks like crap.
More there.
Poco más?
You got a haircut out of doing this pain in the butt show?
It's
Looks good. You look good. Thank God we got rid of that puff daddy. I would call it.
Yeah, no, it's very good. Let's see what the tip looks like.
Well, I don't know if there was anything interesting in there, but...
And then to top it off, you cut my sides.
All right, your sideburns are a little short. So what? Come on. Your hair grows like a friggin' weed anyway.
They look embarrassing.
I don't know. What do you think? Ruby's, do you think Ruby took her medication today or what?
Johnny, please win. I love you. Go, baby. Did you ever tell people to cool it?
No, wouldn't be apropos, but it is apropos to say that trust me when I tell you that I wish I had enjoyed it more. I encourage people to get more crazy, actually.
Yeah, I missed it. I think
the sport would be better off if there was more, not say what I did or Connors did or Stasi did, but more personality.
In. His was out.
Johnny wasn't playing well. Was it my fault? It always is. I thought I'd ask someone Virginia Wade-like how to cope.
So tell me what to say to him. What would be like a thing that would perk him right up? Like, do I say good balls or good lobbing? Or his forehand was awful, is what I've heard.
It was?
It was bad.
Well, usually his forehand, yeah, no, so...
But then the backhand went, everything.
You just, every other time I see you play, you're perfect, John.
Good.
What happened today? Did I make you nervous or something?
Good one. All right. Every time I've seen you play, Willie asked me where I saw him play because then I'm really in trouble.
You say you've watched every game he ever played.
That's very good. She won Wimbledon? I didn't even know that.
Good play.
It was a good game. John, I'm sorry. It's my fault, though. Just tell me.
Definitely. I mean, you're definitely the reason why he played so poorly. So.
I know. I've ruined the man's game.
I take a lot of satisfaction in the fact that not only my brother, but virtually every other player that I've ever played against tries harder when they play against me. That it means more to them. For better or worse, because they like me, because they respect me, because they're mad at me, because they think I'm full of baloney, whatever reason it is, because they feel like that they're going to dig deeper. And ultimately, that's something that I take a lot of pleasure in. There's a sense of complete satisfaction on the one hand that I've been able to sort of been accepted and sort of represent hopefully a positive sport, but at the same time thinking there's got to be something bigger for me.
What would you think?
Well, I have no idea, but because
give me an area.
An area is just some level of politics where you're making some sort of real difference.
Are you going in that direction? Is that happening?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like you're starting, to become like...
Or else I'll just be like the tennis guy the rest of my life.
And that's not good?
It's not that it's not good. It's good, but it's something that it will hopefully be determined, is this something that is this what I want to be? But if not, I know I can scare the daylights out of these young kids until I'm 60.
Whose idea was the haircut?
No, I think it was her idea.
Because she really, do you know why? Because I begged her. It's because I've been asking you to cut your hair for 3 weeks, and I begged her to force you in there to get your hair cut. That's the real reason.
She went and found the cheapest
well, I came up with a place.
in New York.
I came up with a place. I know the BBC doesn't have that much money.
You said I was out!
You're in!
You said I was